got my lock button. First try.
Oh, really?
I'm locked in. And right now I'm gonna fade out the music. Everyone here doesn't know what we're talking about, but they're gonna hear it when they listen to the podcast. We are in the swing of summer. It hit. It finally hit.
Yeah.
It was a slow start.
It was a cold,
slow start,
yeah.
But it's finally came in with a bang with the heat wave.
Yes, and that was quite a heat wave too. The water was so warm. I don't know if you had a chance to go swimming, anybody, but it was like walking warm.
Okay, everybody here, are we going to be on the same page? Are we the people? What type of person are you? I guess is the question. Are you a person that bitches horribly? That says in the middle of winter, that says, I would rather it would be 90 degrees and humid all day long than this cold. And then the summer, and then it's 90 degrees and humid. You say, I would rather it be 10 degrees. Right? There's a lot of people everybody has those people in your life.
Yes.
That no matter what it is, they would rather have the complete polar opposite.
Yeah.
But
not me. I'm super happy.
You have to take it, right?
Yeah.
You have to take the heat,
yes.
Embrace it.
Right.
Because when we live in a community like this, there's so much cool stuff happening.
Right, and you can just go take a dip in the ocean if you get overheated.
It's true. It's Gloucestercast 287. We have a full house. We're going to go around. Everybody's going to introduce themselves.
J.D. McEachern
For the Seacoast Road Race.
Seacoast 10K Road Race.
Kerry, McKenna, Cape Ann Chamber of Commerce.
Reihl, Cape Ann Chamber.
Lesa, Frontiero, Cahill for Rocky Neck.
Cathy McCarthy for Rocky Neck. Stephanie Salatashi for Rocky Neck.
Chris, good morning, Gloucester.
And that's Kim, and I'm Joey Shimatara, your host. We got a bunch of stuff to talk about today. We have three groups, and then we have Plover stuff.
Right. I know you had a Plover-free podcast.
We did. I like them both, to be honest. But it's nice to have
I have so many baby nests I'm following right now. I think starting next week you're going to hear some reports of other species of shorebirds.
Really?
Yes.
Ruddy turnstones, perhaps?
No, because ruddy turnstones, Joe, breed in the Arctic. We're not going to see them.
Didn't I see those down in Naples?
Yes, in the winter. You saw them at their winter home.
Oh,
in
okay.
Naples.
So they can't be here?
Not in the summertime.
Because they don't have the eggs here, you mean?
No,
they breed up there.
You're right, they breed up there.
And they just fly down.
And then they fly through Cape Ann. That's one of their...
So you just basically gave us a teaser right there. That's
right.
In the business, we call that a teaser.
Teaser, right.
In the business.
Get ready. Lots of little eggs.
Everybody's on the edge of their seats right now.
Lots of little chicken egg photos coming up.
J.D. McEachern is here, representing the Seacoast 10K Road Race. How many...
I'll find somebody. Joey just gave me the thumb up again. That means I can resume my talking, which these people next to me have been nice enough to listen to for the last couple of minutes while Joey was busy doing his thing. And now there'll be a thank you to Joey here in a couple of minutes. It is the 15th annual Seacoast Road Race. It is a 10K. It is on July 21st. Starts and finishes down at Stagefoot Park. And it benefits the Friends of Seacoast, and that's a wonderful organization of people that use the money raised to provide activities for the patients up at Seacoast, and either bring in entertainment or get them out someplace. And anybody that spent any time in a nursing home or have had family and all, it's a tough go. And to be able to give them an opportunity to either be entertained or out and about a little bit. So that's why I got involved. It's good people that are doing it, and there are a lot of 10Ks around, no question about that. But this one starts and finishes at Stagefoot Park, goes over past Hammond Castle, makes a loop, comes back. Nice course, beautiful course. You end up at Stagefoot. If you want to take a jump in the water to cool off, then that's a nice way of ending your race. Registration's at 6:30 a.m. Race starts at 8. Do
they get a break if they register in advance?
Well, yeah, it costs them $5 more to
do it at the place. So there's a link I can send people to
yes.
to register in advance.
Not sure timing.
Okay.
They are our race coordinators and our people that time the races. They just go to North Shore Timing, it'll pop up and you'll see the race listed there.
All right. I put a link in the show notes so people can go directly there
okay.
to register.
There will be applications available around town, down at the Chamber of Commerce. So if you just want to stop down there, or find me, and I'll certainly direct you. But it is as I said, a good group of people doing a good thing. 10Ks are manageable. If you're thinking,
can you describe the course a little bit? Where it goes? Where does it head towards Magnolia or towards town?
You start up by the visitor center, go down the hill, past the cupboard, grab a left going out, then take the left, which I think is Hesperus, that goes into by Hammond Castle. You go down to the intersection and Magnolia Center. You take a right, takes you back out to 127, I think it is. And then you take a right and it brings you back to the park. There's a couple of small hills at the beginning. After that, it's just a nice, manageable course.
Nice ocean course.
You see the ocean a little bit. You kind of catch it off in the distance. But you start at the ocean and you finish at the ocean.
Yeah.
And that, like I said, you can go down and jump in the water. Or
you get
whatever.
the cupboard right there, too.
Yeah, you got the cupboard. Absolutely.
Beautiful.
Yummy fried clams there.
Yes.
Yummy everything there. Institution. Is Grover and his family still running that place? Grover passed. Did Grover pass?
I think
Grover
he
passed.
did, but I think the family still
Cindy's
runs
still
it.
there.
Cindy's still
I
there?
saw her last week. That's great.
Good people.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's a good cause and a lot of good people involved, as I said, and please come on down. Every single penny goes to the Friends. It's nothing. We do have to pay the timer, and but they're good too. You'll have a little bit with your number on it, so the time is very accurate. It's a certified course.
Great.
USA Track and Field is certified.
I'll give a shout out to Tommy Ladoff.
The one and only.
The one and only. Tommy Ladoff has tirelessly been working on behalf of Seacoast, the Friends of Seacoast.
Absolutely. Tom's just been through a little tough time physically. He doesn't want to admit it, but he's getting old. And but he's bounced back nicely, and he's the main reason I got involved.
Yeah, he's a great
I've known
guy.
Tom since I was a kid. That was obviously a long time ago.
Yeah.
And but yeah, it's a group of real good people spearheaded by Tom.
Excellent. All right. Anything in closing?
No, not really.
Just to get down there, register. You can register in
do it
advance.
online. Save you a couple of bucks, and then we'll know you're coming. Or if you can't or don't want to, 6:30 we will be set up by the gazebo, and we'll get you registered, and we'll go off sharply at 8:00.
Thank you so much, JD.
Thank you, Jerry.
That's great. JD's been a long time. He's been coming here for probably 4 or 5 years now.
Is that right?
Maybe more. Probably 6 or 7 years.
Yeah.
Regular. I love that.
Nice to have you, JD.
Yeah.
My pleasure.
Kerry, McKenna, and Ken Reihl are here from the Cape Ann Chamber, and I'm surprised they even could carve out any time in their schedules. Because legit, this is where the rubber hits the road for the chamber. Like, this is function after function after function, and I don't know how you find the manpower to do all the things that you guys do.
Summertime is such a wonderful time here on Cape Ann, and we are all over the place, as you suggest, Joey, doing these great events. Putting up banners right now, actually, over St. Peter's for the block party, which is the first thing that we wanted to talk about is coming up this Saturday. And then we go right into other events almost every single weekend, right through August.
It must be a blur for you, both of you. I mean, the whole team at the chamber. It
It's
must
a
just
lot
be
of work
a
and
blur.
a lot of fun.
Yeah. So is this the first block party of the summer?
It is. Yeah.
And it's July. So, and how many are there planned for this year?
So we have 3, just as we have been doing the last few years. Again, we're partnered with the city, which we love. And so the first one is this Saturday, July 14th, and then we have one in August 11th, and then the last one coincides with Schooner Festival, which is the Friday, August 31st. And that's the reason that we put it on that Friday. It's sort of a really nice
great.
tie-in with Schooner
That
Festival.
is great.
It's such a wonderful way to end the summer here on Cape Ann.
Hell yeah! Like one of the best events in the city, but it's the least attended. I mean, the people that know, that go, but it is just.
It's one of my favorite weekends.
Such a great weekend.
I have to say Fiesta first.
Of course,
there's
the Schooner Festival.
Schooner Fest is really special.
A fiesta is sort of the kickoff. That represents the kickoff. And what a fantastic fiesta it was. Big shout out to Joe Novello, who's just does a remarkable job.
Every year, under the radar, doesn't ask for any publicity,
so shy,
and he does so much. There's a lot of people that do events
Right.
and they're beating their chest the whole time. This is like the complete opposite.
I think the whole Fiesta committee is like that.
Yeah.
They're just there. The parade starts. You know what I mean. The procession starts. Everything just flows along, and I see them like this with their walkie-talkies around and stuff. But
making it happen.
They're just making it happen.
Carrie, do you have a list of participating restaurants for the block party?
I do. I have a list
Because
of everything.
this is what speaks to me about the block party. Is like being able to eat outside on Main Street is like my favorite part of it. It's such a social thing, people coming and going.
It is. Yeah, it's great. So first of all, I just want to say this year we have a presenting sponsor for the block parties, and that is Rockport Mortgage right here in Gloucester, which we're very grateful to them for doing
Rockport
this.
Mortgage.
Yeah, they're right down there, right by Latitudes on the waterfront. They do a lot of work with low-income housing, and they're a great group of people. So we thank them. Big shout out to them. But and we have other sponsors. Can I just go through this?
Absolutely, you can. Sure.
So our stage sponsors, we have 3 music stages on Main Street. Bank Gloucester. There'll be music at Bank Gloucester, Cape Ann Savings Bank. There's a stage there, and then down on the West End, we call it the Institution for Savings stage. But that's kind of down, sort of across from Cafe Cecilia, Short and Main, right about there. So those are our stage sponsors. We have Addison Gilbert and Applied Material as gold sponsors, and First Ipswich Bank as well. So we're very grateful to all of these businesses that have really stepped up and helped us, the Chamber, and the city partnering together to present these 3 parties over the summer. It's going to be a lot of fun. So to answer your question, the restaurants that are coming out this year, Trio will be out, which they're kind of out all the time anyway.
Yeah, they have that cool trellis. What do we call it? Have we figured out what that is? The thing that comes off the side?
It's a
pergola?
It's a patio with a pergola over it.
It's beautiful.
They did a gorgeous job with that,
And then Jalapenos, they'll be out, and Short and Main. So those are the 3 restaurants that will be out. We have food trucks down at the end towards Bank Gloucester. The street closes down at 5, from 5 to 11. The party itself is 6 to 10. We've got the entertainers at Bank Gloucester. We're going to have Alan Estes and then Quentin Kalewart. I don't know if you've heard him yet, but he's been coming to our block parties for, this will be the 3rd year. He's 17. He started coming. He was like 15 years old when he started coming. He is so good. He really is. He's incredible. I saw John Butcher this winter, over the winter at Shaolin and he had Quentin opening up for him.
Wow.
Yeah, I saw him.
And then, did you? Yeah, and then he pulled him on the stage at the end, and he was with him. It was great. It was a great contest. So we're very excited about Quentin. Of course, Alan does this every year for us, which we're very grateful for. At the Cape Ann Savings Bank stage, we have the Jantels and Down Home Swing. And then down on the West End, it's Alexander and Josh and Stevie Wah. We've got another, right at the intersection of Hancock and Main, we've got the Red Trouser Show coming in. They're coming back. This will be their 2nd time. 2 guys with, they do all sorts of antics. They're very, very entertaining and very funny. And the Cape Ann Dancers will be doing a set in between those guys.
Is there an online schedule for this?
There is. There is.
Is that on the Chamber's website?
Do you know, it's, I think, best accessed, well, yeah, actually, it's down, GloucesterBlockParties.com. Yeah,
All right.
GloucesterBlockParties.com.
I'll put a link to it.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, and that schedule is up. So also on Main Street, we have the Balloonatic coming back. We'll have somebody stilting up and down the street. Captain Jack Sparrow will be there entertaining children. We've got some more music. Carlo Cicala and the Mediterranean Sounds. He'll be roaming and out in front of Cafe Cecilia for a while. We've got a young man from an up-and-coming artist from Rockport. His name is Zach Morsery. He's going to be on the street as well. YMCA will be back with Kidstown. Cape Ann Lanes is coming with cornhole bowling, which I'm not quite sure what that is, but it sounds like a lot of fun.
That sounds like
I'm told it's great. Salty Franks, we've got hot dogs, lobster rolls. Mom's Kitchen's going to be there with sausage, pepper, and onions. Nana's fried dough. Dominique will be there with her crepes. The woman that's at the farmer's market every week, she'll be coming down doing crepes. And many of the shops and businesses will be open, and a lot of our nonprofits are going to be lining the streets with information, face painting.
Wow, that sounds really
The West End has really seen a little resurgence, hasn't it?
Yes. Oh, it has.
There's a couple of good, cute little shops.
Yeah.
We featured the one with the Viva shirts.
Yes.
Yeah.
They must have sold a bazillion of those shirts.
So that design of mine?
That's Gigaloni's style,
Yeah.
right?
It's Melissa And then her daughter Bianca designed the T-shirts, but it's the mom's. It's Paul Giacaloni's ex-wife Melissa, who owns it.
Also, that's why you corrected me, because it wasn't a Gigolo. Her name isn't Gigalone anymore.
It's Melissa Tarr.
Melissa
Tarr.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
sorry. I couldn't. She's my neighbor. I couldn't think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she lives right across the street. She just built that wonderful float. That
Oh,
did you see
great
the
float!
Yeah,
on the Harvels Parade.
Yeah, on the Harvels Parade.
So the David Cox took the photo, I believe. It was either David or Manny. I think it was David Cox took the photo, and I saw it in his post. I pulled it out and I made a post of my own saying, these shirts are fire. These Fiesta shirts. I can't, and I wrote, I can't even imagine how many of these they're going to sell.
Yeah.
And then the queries came in, like, where can I get that? Where can I get that? Where can I get that? Kate got one.
She did, and she, I think Melissa has. She told me before the Horribles that she had a few left. She didn't have any extra larges left, but I just thought, oh wow.
There was no V-necks left.
No V-necks. Yeah, I wanted to get a V-neck with just the red letters for Liv, but I don't think she had any.
They're awesome. Yeah. Next year she should come back.
But Bianca designed those.
She's very talented.
Yeah, it's very simple, but perfect. I thought.
Very talented. I'm sorry. But there was also a store right to the left of them. Something and Rose, Dove and Rose, Rose and Dove. Rose and Dove.
It's opened 2 weeks ago. They've got some great.
And they got that's like for gifts for.
Really?
I mean, there's a lot of stores on Main Street that are absolutely worth going and visiting.
Check that out.
Yeah,
And
go
then
check
Cafe
it out.
Drift opened up at the end there.
Cafe Drift, who everyone is saying
It's awesome.
you have to go to. I have not been yet.
So have you seen
Everyone.
them with the they opened up the windows on the back side, front side, facing the water? It's
If you go in the south end of Boston, every on Newbury Street, every place has these kind of accordion windows that open up so that you can have that alfresco dining kind of feel, which is when we started the block parties, that was the impetus for the block parties. In my head, when we started them, my thing was the alfresco dining was the thing that was going to drive it.
Yeah.
Was because people wanted to be seen eating outside. It's a scene. It's
Right.
like that's how it is in
It's
Europe,
fun.
right?
It's so fun.
And Drift accomplished this. See this? I'm happy that they did. There's always this. I don't want some things that have problems with outdoor dining and permitting.
Oh really?
So I'm happy that they got their permit,
right.
and I hope more of these restaurants are able to use this type of architecture to have this alfresco dining.
Well, you want me to tell you what happened on Fiesta Sunday morning?
I would love to hear.
So I was at the Mass, and I'd been photographing for like an hour before, and it was so hot, I thought I was going to faint. So, I mean, I really thought I was going to faint. And so I looked up at Driftwood, and there was an empty seat. So there's like an hour between the Mass and so I prepped over there, and I got the seat, and well, first of all, I got amazing photos and footage because I was up above looking at the whole scene unfolding. And people were so nice because I was only one person taking up a table, so I let a whole bunch of people sit with me, and but they had the best Americano iced coffee. That's what I got, and amazing almond croissants. Amazing. You would love them.
That's my thing. I got a thing for almond croissants.
I know. And the guy is so nice, and he said they've been there for about 6 weeks, and all they care about is giving people what they want. And so he has like these fabulous homemade muffins, croissants, and then sandwiches, and then cocktails. And people were, it was Fiesta Sunday morning. People were having cocktails at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Every person I've spoken to unilaterally says, you have to go.
Yeah,
every person.
Super.
So that's great.
Yeah.
Getting back to more events.
Yes. So that's the block party this coming up Saturday. We have 2 more, as Ken already mentioned, on August 11th and August 31st. And then we have Festival by the Sea. Actually, in July still, we have our auction, which is our biggest fundraiser of the year. So that's coming up on July 26th. That's at the Beauport Hotel. And do you want to expound or just mention
Well, just briefly, though, information can be found on the website, capeandchamber.com. And there's a banner up top. You can click on that, and you can go to a preview page. And again, we've got wonderful trips with our safari, which we bought last year. So we're going on safari next year. We're very excited about that. We've got Tuscany again. We've got a wonderful schooner sail on the Star Clippers. And then just incredible items from all around Cape Ann and the surrounding area. So it's
Great artwork.
Yeah.
Some beautiful
There's a lot of good deals. Are you having? Is there an online auction this year or no?
Online will be in the fall. Yeah.
Oh, that's
so
the
we
fall.
do the live and the silent at this event on the 26th, and then we'll do online in the fall. Yeah.
All right. So
And as Terry said, some wonderful paintings as well. Some really great items.
Wow.
Check it out at CapeAnnChamber.com.
Yes, yes.
there you go.
And then off into August, we have Festival by the Sea over in Manchester on August 4th. We've got over 100 vendors coming to that.
Wow.
And then Block Party number 2, August 11th, Waterfront on August 18th and 19th at Stage Fort. We have the Women's Sunset Cruise on the Adventure, August 16th.
Oh, that sounds.
And, yeah, that's
I
going to be a
think
lot
I
of
saw
fun.
some pictures from that last year. That
Yeah.
was
Yeah, well,
wonderful.
Kent, you should
Wonderful
come.
Yeah.
You should come. Do you know what? You could come as our guest because you've been so helpful to us.
Oh,
So yes,
So
let me know if
sweet.
you want to come, and it will sell out. So let me
Okay,
know ahead
all
of
right.
time. And you ladies should consider coming.
We
too.
will.
Yeah,
we
I
will.
know. It's been fabulous.
The boat will
Yeah.
sell out. Yeah.
Yeah.
the
It will,
Adventure.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We have our business after hours. Actually, I should mention in July our business after hours is at Mile Marker. That'll be a lot of fun. And then in August it's at Windhover in Rockport, which is
Oh,
great.
wonderful.
And then Block Party number 3 will be on August 31st, Spoonfest weekend. And we're happy to kick it off with a
I'm so glad that for the schooner festival, you have to entice these schooners to come.
Right.
It's Labor Day weekend.
Yeah.
They're going to make money,
Right.
like in all these different ports, wherever they are.
True.
They could stay home
And make money.
and make
Right.
money.
You're right.
So you have to have when they come here, you want to show these captains, especially the captains, a great time.
Great time.
Because if you come and there's nothing, and they're sitting around with their picking a note, whatever, just hanging out, and they're not getting the accolades or like the big party and stuff like that. They're like, it is a sacrifice for them,
Yeah.
for some of them to come. So
That's true. That's true.
when they come, on top of, it's great that we have this block party.
Right.
The other part of it is, like when they will take passengers, a lot of them for money.
Right.
And you can be part of this. You can be part of the schooner festival. You can be on a lot of those
yeah.
boats paying passengers,
yeah.
and that's exciting.
That's super exciting. And also,
So-
we do, I think Gloucester does an amazing job with hospitality. We have the Schooner Festival has a hospitality committee that goes out on a boat and gives them Virgilio's bread and baskets
They
of fruit.
collect,
and
yeah.
and this year we're having the Columbia, which is the 4th year in a row for the Columbia, and we're also having the Blue Nose, which the Blue Nose too, which hasn't been here in 10 years, and that's like Columbia size. The
Yeah, it's
Blue
beautiful.
Nose. It's big.
It's
huge,
so
beautiful.
gorgeous.
So
The
it
bright
has-
work on the blue nose is just outrageous.
So I mean, I saw a picture of this, our wonderful Lannon next to the Blue Nose, and it was like
Wow, the Lannon,
from 10
yeah.
years ago. No, I love the Lannon, but
Yeah.
it was just like the Blue Nose was just like
The blue nose, the
humongous.
Columbia, and the Roseway. Those are
Yeah.
of the out of town boats.
Of the out-of-town
are,
boats, yeah.
are really something to see.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I noticed on the Schooner Festival listing that it was, instead of 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, now it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Did you notice that?
I did not. So what are they doing on Monday?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm curious. That's why we have to have Daisy now, chairwoman of the Schooner Festival, on.
Daisy, come in.
And tell us
Maybe
more.
she'll treat us with a song.
She's a
No, I
fun-
love Daisy. Daisy's
she's-
sweet.
She's a wonderful folk singer. I don't know if she does shanty songs, but she's a wonderful folk singer.
She's wonderful.
And she also is a wonderful children's book author.
She's
So-
also sometimes brings us wonderful apple cider donuts from her daughter's
Oh,
Russell Orchards.
I didn't know that was her daughter's.
Yeah.
Oh, where have I been?
Where have you been? Yeah. Those are that's a staple.
Wow.
Yeah. They're really nice. Miranda Russell.
Oh, okay.
And she's
her-
a singer as well. Is she a
Yeah,
singer?
I think so.
could be wrong.
feel like I don't know. But anyways. So that's her daughter?
Miranda Russell is her daughter, yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow. Oh.
Yeah. Have you guys ever...
Great
Do you ever
family.
go out there?
Russell's?
Russell's
Yeah.
Orchard.
Yeah, sure.
Ridiculous,
Yeah,
right?
Super deluxe.
Yeah, super.
Yeah.
They get that cool bar in there with all the treats in it.
Yeah,
I
it's
love-
great.
My kids are getting to that age where we don't go there anymore, but
Yeah,
that was always a great
it's
stop.
wonder- anytime during the summer, but one of my favorite things to do if the donuts make it home is heat the donuts up and then dip
Yes.
them in powdered sugar. That's really good.
Coma City. That is carbohydrate coma city right there. Anything else going on, guys?
That is it for the summer.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Wow.
I
That
I
was
know you
huge.
guys are
That's
just
huge.
absolutely
Huge
out straight.
shout out. Thanks for having us on, and huge shout out to get everybody downtown this Saturday.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. I can't. We are 100% locked in.
Yes.
We will be
Yeah,
there.
great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And as a tease for the next two, the entertainment coming in, we've got Kate the Great and Kilted Colin. You can Google either one of them. Funky stuff.
Kilted Colin.
Colin.
Interesting. All right.
Oh my God.
Well, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Want them to squish it up.
So we have our group of Rocky Neck. They always found on Rocky Neck, bouncing around down there.
Yeah, it's awesome down Rocky Neck. We love it. I love walking around down.
But this is coming up on. So this is. Are you guys rejuvenating the Nights on the Neck, or is it? Is
Yes,
it?
it's a new. Well, we can give you a little context of what's going on.
Please.
So, Rocky Neck has gone through a little change. You know, we've lost some really significant artists. You know, John Nesta passed away last year, which is really devastating to the community.
Yeah.
And we lost Gordon Getterman the year before that, and then another very significant artist down by the Madfish Wharf. So we noticed that that there was this real change, and we saw those kind of lack in foot traffic coming up the last couple of years. So a group of women got together and decided to kind of represent the community, and that would be the merchants, the community, you know, the neighbors, as well as the art galleries, to see if we can kind of get the foot traffic back going, you know. And we started first by doing some beautification stuff. You know, we got the sidewalks. Thank goodness for Karen Tibbetts. She worked very hard with the city. We got the sidewalks all repaired, because if you'd walk down there, particularly after
Ankle
you had a
breakers.
cocktail
Yeah.
at the Rudder, it's really bad, really
Yeah.
bad. So we got those all fixed up, and
Wow,
the
great.
Madfish Wharf is being done over. So we wanted to kind of rejuvenate and sort of celebrate this new image of Rocky Neck, and we're really excited because we're bringing Nights on the Neck back, and they're going to be
That's
Wednesdays on
tremendous.
the Neck. Lisa, if you want to hold the signs up.
Oh.
And we did Wednesdays because Thursdays are competing priorities. Safathia pointed that out to us. We wanted to. She's very much involved with this rejuvenation of Rocky Neck, and she mentioned to us that, you know, Thursdays are tough because we've got the chamber event across the way. We've got other things going on, including the up in Stageport Park. They have the farmers market, so it's difficult to get the traffic down there. So Wednesdays on the Neck
Yeah, I
is
think
what we're
that's a good
committed to,
idea.
and our first one is July 11th, which is this Wednesday,
This
and
coming Wednesday.
this
Yeah.
coming Wednesday, which is exactly so perfect for this podcast, and August 8th, which is the following Wednesday.
Wow.
And so the activities will be, it's really family friendly. You know, we're starting with yoga in the park at 6. And then it goes all the way around. We have, you know, a kids' corner where there's face painting and rock painting, and we'll have cornhole and free ice creams. We're raffling off a Wicked Tuna t-shirt. The Wicked Tuna guy said if they're not out, they'll be happy to be around taking pictures with people. If they're not out, this
Oh,
happens to
that's
be peak tuna
wonderful.
season starting this week, so
Yeah.
we're not sure we'll have them around, but they've all committed to be there for the community. What else am I missing, girls?
So we're going to do 3 stations. The first one will be at the park where yoga will be. Sailor Stance is going to be open. She'll be serving chowder on the little deck for $5 in a to-go cup, or if you wanted to sit there.
Wow, that's
And then
super fun.
continuing down to where I live on the corner, which is Bertha's old candy store with the purple bench. We're doing the face painting. We're doing rock painting. We have some cornhole going on. Brenda across the street from me is doing a little thing with Spread the Love.
She owns Imagine.
Imagine. And what she's going to be doing is having postcards that people can send to one another about sharing love and spreading love.
Nice.
And then continuing down the neck, we have both restaurants raffling off gift certificates. I have Johnny Car Wash coming down on Madfish Wharf from 7 to 9. We have a violinist that's going to be there a little bit earlier. And all the galleries are going to be opening, just to be open that night, to let them know we're open, we're here, and we need to generate some foot traffic and stuff down there. So that was our impetus of getting this started and getting it done.
We're having a lot of fun, that's for sure.
Sure.
Yeah, we are having
It brings beautiful weather.
Yeah.
Everybody should just come down.
Have you
after
heard
work.
the weather?
It's going to be super deluxe.
Oh,
Absolutely.
We're actually hearing 20%
No,
change,
Perfect.
but we're not
It's,
talking about that.
right.
that's gonna be
We're
good.
focusing on the 80%. Also, too, along with that, there's if you guys recall, if you've ever been to the Rudder restaurant, there's a little monkey.
Oh, right.
A little monkey
Yes.
that has his palm out, and so there's an old sea legend: if you rub the palm of the monkey, all your dreams will come true. So everybody needs to come down there and visit that monkey and
Rub the
give
monkey.
That,
There'll be a little sign there.
Sounds a little shady to me. Rub the monkey.
Sign there, so that's-
Come down to Rocky Neck and rub the monkey.
Stephanie's really
That's why I'm marketing. I have a whole thing for this because you don't realize that the neighborhood kids for years
have rubbed.
have they leave things on the monkey's hand and things will magically disappear. So there's been it is a little.
My Madeline left the Gloucester Rock on the monkey's
There
hand.
you
she
go.
did?
Yeah.
Yeah. So lots of fun things going on. What are we missing? Anything else as far as the events are concerned?
It's a great place. So can you name off some of the new people that have come to the Neck in this past year? Because there's always a little bit of turnover on Madfish Wharf.
Sure,
Right.
sure.
Yeah.
So I believe mostly everybody at Madfish, they just have relocated on Madfish now that the wharf really
The
has
wharf
been
is
done over.
absolutely
Beautiful.
Gorgeous, yeah.
Yeah, so that's definitely in a transition. So you've got Regina Pandiadosi.
Yep.
You've got a jewelry woman that does beautiful sea glass
You got Joe
stuff.
Fish down there.
Yeah, you
Joe
got Joe
Fish.
Fish, who is super. He's so great,
Love him.
and
Really
he brings
hands-on.
great energy there too.
Ginger in the cottage.
The cottage, Ginger, where the retail store.
Can
is.
I want to do a shout out to the cottage because that place is worth. If you live in Magnolia,
Yeah.
it's worth to drive to go to that place.
Absolutely,
yeah.
That store has great. Like I went in there and I should go back in with Kate. Actually, maybe I shouldn't
You
go in there with
should.
Kate.
You should definitely go by.
No, they have beautiful,
They have
beautiful
coats.
items
Yes.
for women, especially if a guy needs a
Yeah.
present for a woman.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
It is fabulous.
it is. It's
Yeah.
worth.
And then
You
it's
could.
a great atmosphere too, because all the women that are there are just it's like our girls' shack. You know, you guys have your boys' shack and stuff. It's just a great place to go. They have great merchandise. They're at shows all the time, shopping for interesting, unique things. And I think they definitely executed an unbelievable store down there.
They,
It's just,
they do.
you know, they
when
manage-
Madfish gets up and running again,
sure.
you're gonna get
Yeah.
another.
Yeah.
I mean, you're
Oh,
gonna
it's
get that
another
shot in the
way.
arm.
And
You
I
know.
think we're at this great impasse right now, Joe.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought it. That they're actually just about ready to finish a lot of that construction, and I think people get down there now will see the possibilities and the opportunity down there.
And the
But-
artists that are there now have really they've been there through the changes and stuff. So I have to give, a lot of those artists on there, a lot of Diane, they've all stuck it through, and it's a huge, it's a, all
Well,
the
what you
sidewalks
guys are
done.
doing here is really nice because you don't even have a stake down. I mean, you have
Right,
homes and
neighbors.
stuff.
Your
Your neighbors,
neighbors, right.
We
but
want
like
to create an atmosphere.
to help
Yeah.
to put out because there are. Let's face it, there are a lot of people
Yeah.
in neighborhoods that like can't.
They don't
We
want
hear
to
all the
put
time.
it in
When I
business.
post something about Niles Beach, I get at minimum 5 comments. You shut up.
Yeah.
Don't tell anybody
Right.
about
Well,
that.
exactly.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I get that
Yeah.
all the
Right.
time.
Yeah.
For you guys to go out of your way, you live there.
Right.
That's really
And
says a
as Joey
lot
said,
about
you
your
don't
character.
Have a stake in it.
So we're just the neighbors
so
that want to get
beautiful.
together.
It's
just so
truly a grassroots effort, which I think gives us a lot of pride. And we have a lot of people that came forward to want to volunteer to help out. And the other piece I want to mention is the parking because so we started talking about the parking, and we're going to be. Hopefully, we'll have enough space there. We've got volunteers. We have actually people holding parking signs. We'll have the main lot. We'll have a couple of the neighbors have actually volunteered some of their spaces. So that should be an issue. But the other thing I want to call out around the parking is that the water shuttle has agreed to run throughout the night.
Oh wow!
And this is a big
wow.
deal because they launch at St. Peter's Square, so we're hoping that folks that are coming over from the Beauport Hotel, as we talk to the concierge this week, will be encouraged to take the water shuttle over.
Smart.
To drop you right off at the
Right?
studio.
Brilliant.
What a great way to see the city right from that view. And so we're really excited about that. And that's Stevie Douglas is helping us out there, which is great because that's his old stomping grounds going up
that's
there.
great.
So we've got that going on.
You guys
Very
have really thought of everything.
Yeah.
That's brilliant, especially talking to the concierge and maybe the
Yeah.
bellman or something. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
to get everybody to
fantastic.
not take their car down and just take that water shuttle over, and he's agreed to kind of run late throughout the night, and that's awesome. So I don't know what else we might be missing, but we're really excited.
If not, hey, listen. Here's something else too. Take the water shuttle because the water shuttle's great.
Yes.
If you can't take the water shuttle,
Just take an
people
Uber,
Uber,
right.
like Uber,
Or Lyft.
like you could
Do
park
they have Lyft?
anywhere. The
Yeah.
Uber costs like next to nothing.
Right. Do
Right.
they have a lift here as well?
I don't
they
know.
have-
Do
They do only because I took an Uber the other day and I asked.
No, but Lyft.
They have Lyft. He said he works
He
for
has,
both.
oh, he does. That's
Oh,
right.
oh,
So
okay,
that's
there you go.
Yeah, they
Because
work for both.
my daughter takes Lyft she loves Lyft.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
really?
she does Lyft.
I don't know what the
everywhere.
difference is. I just had Uber because I've always had such a positive experience.
It's with Uber.
It's fantastic. I mean, anyway. So,
Wait,
I mean, if you're worried, if you're personally worried about going down to Rocky Neck because
Well,
of the
our husband will
parking,
take it. No.
or if you want to have a couple drinks and not have to worry about driving, take an Uber
Yeah.
or take the water shuttle.
We forgot to mention, Joe. The restaurants have committed. They're creating their own drinks for it's actually
Oh,
it's a
wow,
Wednesday on the
great.
neck drink,
Right.
Wow.
and it's
So-
supposed to be really fun. They've
Yeah.
actually got themes to it, and they've been really generous with it.
Yeah, so Dennis and I, we went and chatted with them, and they're, there's always people that don't know about the half price at the restaurants or whatever they're doing. So they're going to be raffling off gift certificates and a themed drink that the Rudder and
So
the
fun.
studio will be hosting. Yeah, sure.
So fun. Wow. I think I'm going to really try to go. I don't have
I'm-
to work or anything
I
Wednesday
got
night.
But
Madeline, but
she
we'll run
will-
there's a
down
lot
there.
of, but
Yeah.
there's
She
a lot
would
of
love
kids
to
things to do, Joe. I think you
Like,
love it.
so right now, Madeline has a thing with the key lime pie at the studio.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, there you go.
Well,
So-
we went twice this weekend.
So bribe her with that.
I don't have to bribe her. She begs me to go down there. Yeah, no,
that's
she
great.
loves it down there.
More importantly, thank you so much for the venue. This is a great opportunity, and you don't realize how great a community is until you sit and listen to JD in the chamber and realize how wonderful. What a great
Come
community.
Every week, literally,
anytime.
we have there's between 3 and 6 groups that are like this. The podcast has really kind of taken off,
Yeah.
and it's as far as getting people's message across. There's other pieces too. I mean, the Times obviously is great. Cape Ann Community
And like us
Television
on
is great.
Facebook, Rocky Neck.
Oh, yeah, mention the
We have our
Facebook.
Facebook page.
Yes, in the show notes we have a link to the Rocky Neck group. You guys that are, it's like a community group, one of the community groups down in Rocky Neck.
And come to come to the podcast before the 8th.
Yes,
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, feel
we
free.
can talk
Anytime.
about it
Anytime
again.
you guys have anything to talk
Apparently,
about.
That's the deal.
Yes.
I'll bring
Yes.
almonds. I'll bring almond
Almond
croissants.
croissants.
I'll have our
Sounds
neighbor
like it was
Susan
a
make.
hit.
Don't listen.
Oh,
Don't
Susan is your neighbor?
don't
Yes, I love
Oh,
yeah, she's
don't
great.
promise that you're going to bring
I
almond
promise.
croissants and then don't
I
bring
will-
almond
I'm
croissants.
like, listen,
there will be hell to pay.
You know where I live, Joey. Come on. I would bring them.
And some mimosas.
Yeah, we need some
Yes,
beverages.
absolutely.
Fantastic.
Thank you so much.
All right, so we're good, right?
Yeah, that was
So
awesome.
Wednesday
Thank
night,
you.
guys.
Wednesday night,
Wednesday,
July 11th.
this Wednesday,
6 to
July
9.
11th.
6 to 9. If you want to get started with yoga, you can. If you
And
don't,
come
you
down
can
and
just
have
bring your
dinner
dancing
and shop.
shoes and your
And you guys get I just granted her access to post directly on Cape Ann Community.
Oh, great.
So they'll be able to- they'll be able to
that's
post their
great.
events
That's
whenever they
great.
want.
And then Joey will.
I'll
and
just
Joey-
hit the button and reblog it over to Good Morning Gloucester.
Super.
Beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
Thank you,
guys.
thank you guys so much. Appreciate it.
Well, we've had an action-packed morning.
Oh, we sure have. I love all our guests.
I love our guests.
I do too. It's always so interesting.
It really takes the pressure off of me for creating interesting material. That's why I like it so much, especially this time of year. You wanted to speak about the GMGI, Gloucester Marine Genomics Institute,
So,
the new headquarters on Roger Street.
yes, and they're scheduled to open in September.
That's
So-
amazing to
Yeah.
me, but
But
it
they
shouldn't
built
be.
it
It shouldn't be amazing knowing it's Windover, because whatever Windover does,
Right. Oh my God.
they just do it right.
Right. You know what? I want to someday. I want to just. I've thought about this before. Just give my card to Windover and say, "Oh, if anybody ever needs a butterfly garden, because they always do such beautiful properties." And,
Yeah, you want anybody that's associated with them. You know they're doing the right things, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that their reputation helps a developer because they're so well regarded
Yeah.
in doing things the
And
right way.
Right. You see
So-
their signs on every quality project.
Every quality project, exactly.
Yeah. So they're opening in September, and I understand that they're leasing about a third of the space from
From who?
Sherry, Zigzag,
Zizza.
and
Jim Davis.
And Jim Davis. So they're renting about a third of the space, and it's going to be wonderful. I think it's going to provide about 25 jobs for people in the community. They're going to have a huge microscope, a really special microscope. And I think it's just going to be fantastic for our community. But it's just, and plus, I think it's very exciting that we have something like this coming to Gloucester.
Yeah, no,
expanding.
We've talked about it in the past. There's opportunities. I think there's still 1 or 2 spots open.
Oh, really?
And it's a great opportunity for a young person.
Wow. So they're going to have I think they're going to have like the school part up at Blackburn, and then this is going to be, and this is an expansion. I think so.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
An expansion? So it's
I
not just
so.
moving over there. That's
no,
interesting.
Yeah, I believe so.
We got to get John Bell in here.
Yeah,
And
he's
some of those
very
people.
involved in that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that would be great. We should do that. Okay.
We spoke about the Schooner Festival. I'm
Yeah.
really, you know what? I don't want to wish the summer away. I'm looking forward to it though.
Yeah, me too. I love the Schooner Festival. It's it's just, I mean, our whole harbor just looks so exquisitely beautiful.
Yesterday I was driving from my house down Concord Street. I passed our friends at the farm
Elise and Tucker at Cedar Rock Gardens.
at Cedar Rock Gardens.
Yeah.
And on that road, I could not believe the thousands of butterflies that were on that road.
Yeah, you know, I'm trying to think what you saw, like an eruption, because I'm going to run over there today anyways, because they're having a 20% off sale.
Oh.
And then, but it could be, I'm thinking, since they were probably orangey and that made you think they were monarchs, they're probably either an eruption of red admirals or painted ladies. So if you saw,
They weren't very big.
Yeah, if you saw
They were, I would say they were like that big.
Okay, so that's either a red admiral or painted lady, probably.
Okay.
So because monarchs are a little bit bigger, they're more like 2 1/4
Right.
inch.
I don't think they're monarchs.
Yeah. So I don't think you wouldn't see a huge amount of monarchs. Like right now, the monarchs that are coming through right now are migrating one by one, looking for places to lay their eggs. They're not doing the whole gathering thing that they do at the end of the summer.
Wow.
So yeah, there's been quite a few butterflies on the wing. I think the heat brought them out. They hatched, and we have like coral hair streaks and eastern-tailed blues and swallowtails of every kind on the wing right now. It's beautiful to see.
On the
Yeah.
wing is
On
a
the
term
wing.
to say they're flying.
Yeah.
On the wing.
On the wing.
Yeah, you've said it,
Yeah.
mentioned it a couple times this
Yeah.
morning. I'm like, that must be a thing.
Yeah,
On the wing.
on the wing.
There you go.
Because if you say flying, like butterflies don't really fly per se. They really like do a lot of gliding, mostly.
And a lot of flapping.
A lot of flapping and fluttering, and then taking advantage of air currents.
I'm dying with.
You have a cold.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Do you think it's cold, or do you think it's allergies?
Well, we just had all that rain, so that would have pushed all the pollen down. So it might get cold.
But so it happened. It happened yesterday.
Yeah.
We had the rain, right? And then it got really sunny in the afternoon.
Right.
And then it was really sunny the next morning. So I was wondering if like that sunny afternoon activated these things to create pumping out pollen, because it's like it's worse when I'm in my backyard.
Oh, okay. Well, then and you don't have any other symptoms. You have like
My head is just it's like like it's here over congested.
Oh, wow.
I'm like I've been not fun. No, when you can't breathe.
Yeah, and also you're really you told me you were super hungry also, so that's a sign of a cold also when you're super hungry. So.
Well, I haven't eaten though today, and I normally eat like by now I'd have 2 meals. So I don't know what it is. We had a great pizza party last night. We broke out the kettle pizza.
Ooh.
It was
what kind of pizzas
so
did you
fun.
make?
Made one with a white bechamel
sauce, yeah.
Bechamel sauce
Yeah.
with like a garlic scape, and then we had some with like more of a red sauce with garlic and onion, and then buffalo chicken pizza.
Oh,
but we got it. We really have it down. It's that pizza kitchen thing is really effective for kettle fishing.
What do you use for pizza dough? Do you buy dough made up?
Felicia made it. I don't know
okay.
I have no idea what it was, but she does a great job with the dough, and I do the cooking.
Yeah,
She rolls them out, and the key with this is to make it you really want it really thin, the dough.
Yeah.
You want to use cornmeal so it doesn't stick.
Right.
And you want, when you're thinking of, oh my God, this sauce tastes so good, it's so delicious. You really want less. When you're creating a pizza, less is definitely more.
Yeah.
Because you want it to crisp.
Right. You want it to be crisp.
Moisture doesn't allow you to get the crisping of on the cheese and stuff like that.
My favorite is thin crust pizza. I'm crazy about thin crust pizza. I'd rather have when I lived in the North End, they would oftentimes have big square pizzas. And
they call that spingioni.
Yeah, very, very thick.
Yeah.
And I'm a super thin crust person. Just like it really.
Those dainty women, they are, because they're thinking about the carbohydrates, so they just gravitate towards that.
I like the crispierness and less of the doughy.
Yeah,
flavor.
well, you get more intense flavors when you think about it. There's less dough.
There's less dough.
So you're going to get more flavor, right? With a per pound of.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good way. When I have a sandwich, I usually take off one layer of the bread.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Well, you put taste buds again. I always wonder about that. You know how we put we make sandwiches and then you put like a layer of lettuce, like on the top and the bottom. And you put condiments underneath that so it doesn't make your bread soggy.
Yeah.
But then does your tongue ever hit those condiments to actually taste them?
Yeah.
Kind of, but
it's in there, right? Well, I'm speaking.
The way I eat, I inhale things though, so it's like the bite just goes right down my gullet. So I feel like it never really hits my taste buds.
Well, I think it does. You know what I think is kind of gross? I've been seeing advertised on television is. So super mile-high burgers, right?
Yeah.
And then you can't fit anything else in the burger, so now people are putting toothpicks, stuff on top, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
That's
I think
beyond
you know what
gross.
that's all about. That's all about marketing because
Yeah.
they want to take a photo of it for the wow factor.
Right.
And it's not about the actual eating of it.
I know, but it's like not even wow because you can't even get your mouth around the burger, let alone.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
I don't know. It's kind of gross. Anyways.
So, I don't want to say things that isn't right. So I'll just say there's been a lot of talk about Pier 23. And I don't know if they're moving or if they got sold or if they,
we shouldn't
it's
talk
confused. So as all I want to know is we're going to find out what the deal is with Pier 23. But something's going on with Pier 23.
Oh, gee, okay. Well,
yeah, but whatever it was, they said it's going to be the same. Like whoever either bought it or if the owners are moving it, whatever it happens to be, Pier 23 is going to continue on the same path of what the great stuff that they've been doing.
Of deliciousness.
Yeah.
Everybody loves their burgers.
Loves
it. Loves.
Yeah. Let's have our plover update.
Okay, so in the plovers, so we have the roped off area at number 3. And the plovers are actually using that as a place to rest, especially at high tide because the tide comes up so high now. And when the beach is packed, it's not impacting how people are using the beach because everybody kind of conglomerates around the center boardwalk, and then it gets a little more dispersed as you go out to the edges of Good Harbor. So number 3 is like towards the edge. So it's really not. People just can't keep being stuffed on the beach because we have limited parking. So the amount of people that are on the beach and the amount of space that's available, it's not. Having the plover roped off area is not impacting people. So what we're hoping to do, because the plovers are still using the area, every day we see plovers. Either Dave McKenna from Greenbelt or me or Deborah Kramer or my husband, every day we see plovers.
Right, adult plovers.
The adult plovers. The chicks have all been killed, but every day we see the adults. So as long as they're here, and we're just going to keep it. We're going to keep it roped off for a little while longer because where else are they going to go? And then the other thing is what's happening to the dune is the dune is looking amazing because it's been roped off for so long since early April or mid-April. The dune is starting to restore itself.
So it's not so much of a bluff.
Yeah, well, there's right, but also what's happening. So there's the bluff. and that's filling in a little bit. But we have all this dune vegetation growing now, and dune grass. I've never seen so much dune grass growing right on the beach. So what my hope is, what I've been suggesting to Ken Whitaker, our conservation agent, and Dave Rimmer, and the DPW, is to lessen the plover area, bring the roping in, but still keep a whole swath of that protected.
Up against the dune there.
Right, so that you can,
So
so
it
the
can
grass can fill in and stuff like
Right.
that. And because we have an awesome patch of dune grass growing. And as soon as you if you took down the ropes altogether, people would start walking on it, and then that would it would be gone. So, anyway, so the plovers are still there every day. There's been plover sightings, and I'm going to post some pictures and a little plover update tonight or tomorrow night, depending on what I can get to. I'm still getting through Fiesta photos, if you can believe it or not.
Wow.
I'm still have Saturday photos to get through.
Jesus.
So I'm hoping to post some
You
photos.
did a great job. I texted
Oh,
you
yeah,
to tell you,
thank
but I'll
you.
tell you here
Yeah.
on the podcast.
Yeah.
You did a great job with the Fiesta coverage.
Yeah, thank you. I love taking pictures, and eventually I'm going to have a nice. I mean, every time I'm taking pictures, I'm taking film footage, and so I have a whole little story that I'm planning. It's going to be a nice little, sweet little movie about Fiesta, but it's third in line. So.
Are you aware that you were here for the podcast when we had Kellen?
No,
Kellen O'Malley.
I wasn't here. Sean. Oh no, excuse me. Go ahead.
Kellen O'Malley and Ryan Mueller will talk about the tourniquets.
Oh yes. I'm sorry. Yes, I was thinking about somebody else. Sorry.
Are you aware that they were of the winning
Yes.
senior sailboat team?
I didn't realize that until I was photographing them,
Oh,
and
right.
right, and also and then I was taking photographing them when they got their award.
And you're like, hey, I know those
yeah,
guys.
I know those guys, but also one of my favorite DPW guys, Mike Tarantino. He's on that team also.
Oh, cool.
And his wife and I are friends on Facebook now. So whenever I post a picture of him, she makes sure he sees it. But they are all such nice guys. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Really?
no, really nice guys.
Really nice guys. Yeah.
I wanted to mention that we are having. So, I didn't even put on the blog the cigar and rum sale.
Right. And it was.
I got the notification. I sent out a round of messages to the people that I know have gone every year,
there, right.
and because they love it so much, like it
sold out.
was not 24 hours. It was sold
out. Oh my God, Joe! Wow.
So I asked Heath and if we could do another one, but with cigar and bourbon night,
right,
on the Lennon.
Yeah. Oh.
So they gave us a date.
Okay.
So, and this is going to end up selling out too. But it's Thomas Lannon, Friday, July 27th, 6 to 8 p.m. A cigar per person, bourbon will be available for sale on board on the Thomas E. Lannon.
And is it Ryan and Wood bourbon? Is it?
They don't do bourbon, they do rye whiskey.
Oh, okay.
Whiskey is whiskey. I mean, we could have had them. I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know what we've discussed my newfound love of bourbon, and
my husband is a big bourbon drinker.
And my lack of knowledge about bourbon, but trying.
Yeah,
I'm trying to learn. We discussed. We kind of like brushed over the results of our bourbon night, but this is going to be a great night. The Thomas Land is fantastic, and anybody that's gone on one before will understand. I feel like I don't have to sell this because it sells out. And
yeah.
So
are you posting this one on?
All you have to do is go to I posted in the a lot of barbecue people are gonna go. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
very
there's
fun.
that. Yeah.
Super fun.
I'll put in a link to that. Meg Colby. Gloucester's very own Meg Colby rocked the pool in the 100-meter freestyle, 200-meter freestyle, 100-meter backstroke, and the 100-meter freestyle relay. She swims for Cape Ann Special Olympics Sharks, the Gloucester High and part of Team Massachusetts. She won the whole Cape Ed community in Massachusetts proud, bringing home 3 silver medals and 1 bronze in the
That's tremendous.
Special Olympics.
Yeah.
So
Tremendous.
isn't that great?
Yeah. Do you know her? I mean, I feel like I know her from somewhere.
She looks very familiar, but I can't place her. But she did really, really well, and has really represented us well. So there's that. Anything you want to talk about in closing?
No.
No, we did good.
Yeah, it was a
We
great
had our
podcast.
guests.
I love
I
our
know.
guests.
I love our guests too. I'm so happy. I'm really happy about this time of the year. I don't know if I mentioned it before, but Cape Ann Community Cinema sponsors 2 tickets to the show. If you share the podcast, you can come down and get 2 tickets from me. Out of the people that share it, 2 people will win. And you can see their schedule at the top of Good Morning Gloucester, and their link to their shows are directly in the show notes. So Gloucestercast, it is Gloucestercast. Where are we? 287 now in the books, Kim.
Whoa.
We did it.
What is that? Look, he's gonna fly in here.
What kind of bird was that?
That was a house sparrow.
House sparrow.
House sparrow. And they're very ubiquitous. They're pretty invasive. They're very chatty, but they have pushed out a lot of native birds like